Welcome into the PHNX Suns post-game show. We're hanging out in the VIP lounge because the Phoenix Suns won their 7th straight game after taking down the Houston Rockets 124-121. Crunch time Suns come through again, and this time they had to do it without the point guard. This one was a little bit of a Buscemi, I won't lie.
No. This was a full-fledged Buscemi trying to look uglier than usual.
Yeah.
This was not a pretty game. They were favored by 15, and they barely got out of there with the skin of their teeth. And thank God that Eric Gordon didn't hit that shot, because I could not have taken all the crap that would have come from that. So.
Could you imagine? Saul was over here like, I haven't gotten the notification. I haven't gotten the ESPN notification.
It went to overtime.
It went to overtime. I was like, Saul, this game has been too long on its own. The last thing we needed was overtime.
Was it like 3.5 hours long?
Well, let's see. Right now it's 9:44. Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
That was the longest
game.
basketball game of all time.
We had a delay for the rim not being level even. Like, this is weird.
Patrick in the chat said, thank goodness that game is over. Brittany said, I hated everything about that game.
Yep.
Titter Time said this was the weirdest Suns game this season. Like, it was just all around. There were so many weird things that went down with this game. I did not enjoy it.
Was that their name? Titter Time? Yeah. Oh, it is. Look at that.
Titter Time.
Titter Time.
Can we please go to Josh's comment back up there? He says, Lindsay in the pregame, I hope we get a fun game, narrator. It would not be a fun game.
I'm pretty sure Saul was the one who said you wanted a fun game.
No, I didn't.
Maybe it was me. I
don't recall saying
whoever the
that.
hell said it, it wasn't what happened.
It definitely was not what happened.
My God.
Not at all.
Was,
so let's go to the bar because we can all use some drinks.
Can we get a double shot of whatever? Beach water. I don't even get this one.
What is going on the screen?
I don't know what beach water is, but all right. I'll take 3 of them, please.
Beach water is like ranch water, except you drink it on the beach. That's all.
Sand.
No, it's like a little tequila, a little bit of lime, a little bit of carbonated water. Good to go.
Sure.
You're not a drinker. That's why.
I'll take a triple because that's how freaking awful that was tonight.
Yeah, I'm just glad that it's over and that the Suns were able to pull this one out because it was getting really close there. And it was there were very concerning moments throughout this game where it was like, really, this is how we're going to go into the All-Star break? And this team is the team that we're going to let do this to us?
Yeah, but at the beginning of the year, 7 games in, they played the Rockets. They were down by 7 or 6 at halftime. Like this could just be one of those not great matchups for this team too.
Manny in the chat has a super chat. Thank you, Manny. Emmanuel. Serious question. I know we are clutch beasts, but should we be concerned that we keep finding ourselves in these tight situations? I'm going to say no. I know it has happened several times. But again, are they 49 now? 49-10?
48.
48-10. Like, I have zero concerns. And it was kind of funny, and Espo and I kind of laughed about it. Like, even when Chris Paul came out, the Suns still went on a run in the fourth quarter, and it seemed like they were going to put the game away. And it was just like, Jesus, this team is just ridiculous. And yeah, I know the Rockets came back, but hey, sometimes you got to credit the Rockets and the other teams for stepping up in the moment when things looked like they were about to fall apart for them. They came back with a vengeance, went on their own run. Like, listen, the Suns were not up for this game. You could tell. You could especially tell on the defensive side of the ball until the last 5 minutes, and then they were fine.
Second half of a back-to-back, you're staring at the All-Star break. I don't blame them for not being up for this game. And you're playing the Houston Rockets. Like, I get it, but I know I'm the guy that's always like, look,
sky's falling.
Both sides get bad calls. The refs are bad in general.
Tonight was
particularly bad.
Yeah,
for both sides though.
Oh, both
particularly
sides.
Bad. I mean, what did we say? There were 40 free throws in the first half.
At halftime, there were 43 free throws alone.
I mean, it was awful.
It was
awful.
bad. I know we'll talk about it, but the Chris Paul ejection was bad. Like all of
There
it,
were
it
even
was
missed calls where
yeah.
it was like,
really, yeah.
You-
the whole
what you just called 5 minutes ago was it considered borderline?
sucked.
This one was very obvious.
look. This is the kind of refereeing that would be bad if it were rec league
Are we going to
basketball.
talk about the CP3 ejection, or can
Yeah,
we just talk about it now?
Well, I do want to say to Manny's question. So the Suns are 24-3 now in games involving crunch time. I am not worried, and the only reason why I'm not worried, if that's what you mean by tight situations, more like crunch time minutes, is because last night we got a glimpse of Devin in the huddle joking with his teammates about coming into that 5-minute mark in the fourth quarter and being like, all right, guys, it's time.
Yeah.
Let's get it all going. And I think the fact that they can joke about it in that way just shows like how confident they are in their ability to win those games.
Yeah, confidence, but you don't want to be silly about it either. Listen, you can be confident when you know the Clippers don't have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. You can be confident when you know the Rockets basically don't have shit out there. And so it's easier to be pretty level-headed in those situations because you feel pretty confident that you're going to overcome that. Now, when they play the big dogs, it'll be a different story altogether. Like
I don't think it
Right.
mentally will be though.
No. I
think
mean,
they believe it.
like from a there's no way in the fourth quarter of the NBA Finals, Devin Booker's joking about the fact that
no.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
that's not happening.
no.
Like the moment kind of dictates itself. They're on cruise control for the most part right now. Like it's a well-oiled machine. We know this. We've seen this with a lot of the great teams of the past. And I keep going back to that well. It's just they used to talk about like, Jordan used to talk about how when they played the Pistons or they played the Celtics, it was just different because they always knew that no matter how hard they played in the fourth quarter, Larry Bird would just be like, all right. And then they put him away and that was game. And Jordan started to do that in his career. Devin Booker is taking on that kind of Kobe kind of vibe along with CP3, and CP3's helped him along. And now this team is right there. They're right there just like those great teams of the past. All they need is the title to validate what they're doing. They're on cruise control. They just are.
There's a reason there's the term flipping the switch because good teams can do it, right?
And just to be clear, when I was joking about Devin joking in the huddle, I don't think he was genuinely joking as if like being silly. I think it was more like all right, we know what time it is.
we
like,
know
let's
we
go.
can do this. Like,
Yeah, so
it's,
I just
it's
wanted
like
to clear
Dame
that up a
tapping
little
his
bit.
wrist. Like,
Right, exactly.
We know we can do this, so let's get our heads out our asses and take care of business. Kind of
Yeah,
thing,
but
you know?
Patrick says, I worry that they're overconfident and letting teams get a run, assuming it'll work out in the final 5 minutes. Do you guys feel any of that at all?
No, because you're getting the best shot of every team, right?
Yeah.
I don't have any concern about them letting teams back in. You're always going to get the best shot when you're the best team in the NBA, and it's just going to happen.
Not only that, but you want the Suns to feel this confident. You
Yeah.
do. You want the Suns to be like, all right, 5 minutes or less, let's go. Like, this is our time. Like, there's plenty of teams that have certain things that they just kind of point to and they know that they can dominate, or they feel very, very confident in those situations, comfortable in those situations as well. That's sports. That's the part of being a great team, and the preparation and the skill that you have on your team. You can feel confident in certain situations and not have to worry about whatever the other team is doing.
There was debate in the Discord earlier today. What should this time be called? Like, does it need a nickname? I like Valley Time. Right?
Valley Time's good. I saw some people poking around with the whole like 7 seconds or less thing, like 5 minutes or something of that
overdone,
sort.
though, right? Like I don't want. You shouldn't take the
Yeah,
that
and it
team's
doesn't really
nickname.
flow. It looks kind of cute when it's written out, like if you're tweeting it, but I don't think it flows as far as like speaking it. I don't know. You guys weigh in the chat. If you're listening to this, wherever you listen to your podcast, tweet at us. Let us know. Should we come up with some sort of a nickname for the crunch time minutes that the Suns?
Crunch Time Crew.
I mean,
I
I mean, that's not terrible, but does it need to be specific to the Suns or the Valley?
don't know.
It's all as an infant.
I don't really care about that at all. I will say this. I'm looking at the chat and everybody's like, well, it'd be nice if they would just blow these teams out. I mean, I can't think of an NBA team that blows out teams on a consistent basis, no matter how bad they are. Like, it just doesn't happen very often in the NBA, especially not nowadays. You're going to get the blowouts every now and then, sure, but it doesn't happen like for the Suns. The Suns compared to the rest of the league, you would think that the Suns, out of maybe 20 games, would blow a team out, what, 4 or 5?
Yeah, I mean
that would be higher than the norm. And I think right now they're probably at like 2 or 3. Like, okay.
Look, every team makes a run in this league. Like,
Yeah.
The Knicks, for instance, have blown 3 20-plus point leads this month alone, like in the last 4 weeks or so. Like, it just happens. There's a reason these are professional teams. And yeah, the Rockets are particularly bad, but there's still talent enough there that the game ebbs and flows. I am not concerned in the least about this team and their ability to take care of business.
All right, gentlemen. Do you want to talk about Chris Paul first?
Yeah.
Is that where we should go with this one?
Why not? I hope his hand's okay.
Well,
that's
I
my
did just
fear.
see some tweets from Gerald that Monty said that he has no update on Chris Paul's hand, which is not surprising. Like, they're not going to give us any information until
We'll find out Saturday.
That was
closer
the worst,
to that.
That was the worst part of the ejection.
Right.
Was if he hadn't been ejected, we would have gotten some update.
Well,
or he would have kept playing.
50-50, right? Like, it depends on what the situation was, because if he did injure it slightly and he played through it, could that have made it worse?
Yeah.
Was it a silver lining that he got ejected and he didn't have the opportunity to even try to play through it and just goes and lets it get a break?
We'll know before Saturday. If he pulls out of the All-Star game, then we'll have you'll have to do it in the next few days,
right?
So they can get a replacement. We'll get a pretty good idea.
Chris Paul doesn't want to go to Cleveland, so I would not be surprised if he pulled out of the All-Star game.
I wouldn't want to go to Cleveland
if he does, he better be standing for Mikal Bridges as his replacement and pushing hard on it, because the commissioner gets to choose injury replacements, and I'm sure it'd go a long way with CP3 saying, "Hey, this other guy from our team, he's worthy," or DA. I don't care,
whichever one,
either one. But hopefully it's nothing. Like hopefully he jammed that thumb, and it's nothing more than that. I think any of us who've played basketball at any level have jammed that finger and jammed a finger and know how bad that can hurt in the initial.
But it was like his thumb. It was his thumb. It was his thumb area because he kept holding it like this.
Yeah, he hit his thumb into the defender.
I don't know if if it's a sprained ligament or if he just jammed it or whatever. Like, I feel like he's gonna be fine, but you just never know.
God, the last thing you need is a February game against the freaking Rockets to be some injury on Chris Paul.
Well, he would have a week to rest it.
I mean,
So
just
it's
knock on wood, but if it had to happen, this would be the ideal time.
This would be the ideal time for sure.
Right.
Still would prefer
Exactly.
it not to ever happen.
Totally, 100%. But better now than later. Again, knock on wood. Do you think Chris Paul should have been ejected or not?
Hell no. He shouldn't have gotten the first tech in the first place.
Well, he was pissed about that.
But, look, the ref has his back to him. The ref's walking backwards. Like, I hate
He's
that.
not really walking backward. He's just turning after giving the number, and he turns. And Chris Paul, listen.
This is fair.
Chris Paul is the most self-aware guy in the NBA. He knows exactly what he's doing every single moment on the court. Like, I look at that, and yeah, he should not have been ejected. However, he knew what he was doing right there.
He shouldn't have been anywhere near him. You said that during the game.
Yeah.
It's 100% correct. And you're right. Chris Paul is all about gamesmanship. I just hate when the ref was his back to him and there's contact. One of the other refs should have to make the ejection call on that.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Because that guy has no clue what's happening or what the
exactly.
intention was. Mm-hmm. It very easily, in this case, probably not incidental contact, but very easily could be. I hate when that guy's so quick to throw the guy out as if Chris Paul was assaulting him on that play.
Chris didn't really even fight it though. That's the part of this that made me feel like Chris was like acting like it was unintentional, but it was intentional, and he bumped into him because he knew he was going to turn around at some point. Bumped into him and was just like, you suck. All right, I'm out. I'm gonna go get off the court.
I'm gonna go get my.
It was like his way of being like, I'm over this game. I'm ready to leave, but I also am not gonna ask Monty to take me out of this game and put me on the bench. So it's go time. Let's get ejected.
Let's be very honest. If each and every one of us could have bumped into a ref and not had to experience the rest of this game at that point, we all would have done what Chris Paul did. We all would have taken that mercy kill. All right.
Fair.
Well, but the refs suck.
Totally, absolutely. That situation happened to lead to our tweet of the night. So let's go ahead and show that. Our tweet of the night comes from Espo's lawyer, so says Jay. And I mean, guys, this is coming from a lawyer, so it's pretty factual. Quote, if we're being entirely objective, JT or attack Chris Paul. That's what I saw.
I concur. Case closed. Arrest that man.
Listen,
Blasphemy
I'm the judge of this crew,
God.
so I'm ruling in favor. I agree 100%.
You guys are ridiculous.
Listen,
Thus
you
the
make
point.
your jokes and we make our jokes.
Oh my God.
Let us live and have a little fun. But yeah, that was a fun little time for Chris Paul. Hopefully everything is okay. If anything is hurting from that, what was it? Impact? That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
He tried to make a pass, and when he made the
Right.
pass, it kind of caught on the guy's arm.
Exactly.
And he thought it should have been a foul, but
It shouldn't have been a foul.
It should not have been a foul. That just told me like Chris just didn't want to play anymore, in my opinion. Like as a veteran, like he knew what happened. He was like,
I forgot to pack. I gotta go pack
Fuck
for
this
Cleveland.
game, I'm
Hold
out.
on, we're getting updates from the Cove Crazy. So Colin and Titter also said that Chris Haynes is reporting that Chris Paul is getting an MRI tomorrow.
Yep, tweet from Chris B. Haynes. Phoenix Suns star Chris Paul will undergo an MRI tomorrow morning on his right hand. He injured tonight against Houston, league sources say.
Well, that's unfortunate. I feel like if they're going to get an MRI, it means it hurts a little bit more than it should.
That or he really doesn't want to go to Cleveland.
I mean, let's be real.
God, just knock on wood, touch metal.
Gosh,
the
that's
one
so
thing
disappointing.
that could derail all of this is injury in the long run. Hopefully this is absolutely nothing.
Listen, I know we're all concerned, but we don't need to stress over it right now because there's nothing you can do. Like just chill, let the results come in tomorrow, and hope for the best. I'm sure it's going to be fine. But you just, don't panic yet. Just don't panic.
Stop it. Let us have our moment, damn it.
No, listen.
Let us panic.
We are 48-10. I'm not going to let you disrupt what this team has done for this entire first half of the year just because, Chris Paul was holding his hand and left the game. Like, just chill. Don't ruin my All-Star break.
I didn't do anything.
No, I'm just saying.
Just wait.
Till tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning.
If bad news comes, then that'll ruin my All-Star break.
Emergency pod at 10 a.m.
But I'm not going to let that
Chris
happen.
Paul's hand
Oh
exploded.
my gosh, we are not doing an emergency pod at 10
Oh
a.m.
my
Absolutely
God.
not.
Seriously.
Look at my guy. Look at him. He's already stressed out.
Yes.
Listen, you don't understand
No,
though.
no,
Espo is so invested in this season ending the right way.
I'm ready to retire from doing this
We
shit.
all are. We all are invested. It's not just Espo.
I know, but Espo
I
has
don't give
more.
a fuck about that. Like, I've been a fucking Suns fan for just as long. I don't care. I'm not gonna panic and jump out the window because of this. It's gonna be okay.
Who's
You
jumping
give
out
me
the
space, damn it.
It's gonna be
like
okay.
my wife said in the chat, I need freedom to catastrophize.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Give him
Nothing-
his space.
Give me my
Saul.
freedom.
Nothing will end the world faster than if Espo is in charge.
Oh my gosh. Well,
But you can't take my freedom to catastrophize.
Oh my God.
here's the deal. It is what it is. If something did happen, then at least it's a good time for it to happen. And hopefully nothing did happen. And if he decides not to play in the All-Star game, hopefully it's Mikal Bridges or Deandre Ayton.
I will also say this. If we're going to freak out about this, I will say that even if it is his thumb, let's just say his thumb is like fucking dead, okay? He literally played basically with no fucking arm last year in the playoffs and still did pretty good. Like, he's going to be okay.
He had his arm chopped off?
He was, dude, he could barely even feel his arm.
Know,
That's way worse than a thumb. You can still shoot without their thumb. I promise you. Like, he's going to be okay.
We're now like, hey, he can have 4 fingers. It'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
Look, tonight's
Oh, my
game
gosh.
was the NBA version of the people that keep calling everybody going, hi, do you still own the property on XYZ? Are you interested in a cash offer? Like, that was tonight's game. Like, just annoying as hell. And this is just another aspect of it, all right?
It's the car warranty people.
Yeah, it's the same car warranty people trying another scam.
Yeah, totally. All right, guys.
You not get those
What
calls?
the fuck is going on, Shane? Am I in this up by myself? What the hell?
No,
What's
I was
happening?
looking for a boo sound effect, but we don't have one, so Espo, boo.
Oh, yeah, the dude with the bleach blonde hair is booing me
What
right in
happens?
the
He
mouth.
backs into a corner.
Well.
He backs into a corner and comes at my appearance, and it makes me feel sad.
Josh in the chat
Okay.
said Tracy is begging Espo to rant there because Lord knows she gets enough of it at home.
All right. I'm going to get us back
Okay,
on track.
work, wife.
I'm going to get us back on track.
Oh,
We will keep
my
you
gosh.
posted with whatever we hear about the Chris Paul situation as it comes in. But for right now, Hoops fans, the latest offer from DraftKings Sportsbook, an
Chris Paul
official
watch.
If you're
sports betting
panicked,
partner of the
2022.
NBA, is too good to pass up. I'm talking between the legs, 360 windmill good, okay? New customers can bet just $1 on any team and get $150 in free bets if they win. It is that simple. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also bet on the NBA with same game parlays, so combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs you add, of course, the more money you can win. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, and you can deposit and withdraw your money whenever you want. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use that promo code PHNX. Bet just $1 on any NBA team and get $150 in free bets if they win. That's promo code PHNX at DraftKings Sportsbook. Just a reminder that it's 21 and older only, Arizona only. Gambling problem, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. New customers only, minimum $5 deposit. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. All right, we are going to name our Draft King of the game. And tonight, we're going to go ahead and give it to Aaron Holiday because the youngin' and the new fella, he deserves some time with the crown. He finished with 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. And in the event that we need somebody to step in, he could very well do that.
Yes, he can. I was pretty happy to see his effort out there. Like I said, he's always been a dog on defense. I've always liked what he brought to the table on that side. You saw a little bit more of his playmaking ability tonight. There was a stretch right there where he had a couple steals, got a nice little layup, and then had a nice dish to Mikal for a 3. Or was it? Yeah, it was Mikal for a 3, and it kind of got the ball rolling in the right direction for the Suns. So I loved Aaron Holiday's game tonight.
I'm too distraught to even talk about the crown placement.
Why? Distracted by what?
I said distraught.
Distraught.
Oh, distraught about what?
He's still dwelling about
Still
Chris Paul.
dwelling.
Oh, I thought we had moved on, Espo.
I've spiraled.
Nope.
I've
Espo, I gave you your space.
I'm
now you
now-
gotta come back.
No.
home, okay?
Nope. You can't control how he
You ever,
feels.
you ever see Get Out? I'm shrinking.
Sorry.
Why, guys? I'm gonna need at least 2 weeks. Can I come back in 2
See,
weeks?
this is why we don't enable this nonsense right now. You just got to get right past it. Otherwise, we go
Hey.
into a world of crap,
Hey,
and then we got to pull him back out of it,
the-
and it just takes a long time.
I can fix it. Aaron Holiday was a dog tonight,
go.
and he got going, and I loved every bit of it.
And there
So,
goes that crown.
Yeah, I loved every bit of what I saw from Aaron Holiday tonight.
Yeah.
Especially the bit where he took all of Elfrid Payton's second half minutes. That was nice. So Elf is on that shelf, and I'm okay with it.
I think one of the cool things about tonight's game from Aaron was just how much energy he had. It felt very much so, at least in the first half of this game, even borderline the third quarter as well, that the Suns team kind of was just like, they knew the All-Star break was right there. They were ready to get there, and they just kind of weren't feeling this game, which is, to be fair, I probably would be the same way, right?
We weren't either in pregame.
Yeah.
If you watch that, you do.
If I were them, I would probably feel the same way. But Aaron came out here. Granted, he's probably got a little bit more pep in his step because he just got traded to the best team in the NBA, and he's got a lot to prove right now. But seeing him come out with that energy and that just spark was really nice.
He's also obviously, like you just mentioned, he just went from a team that didn't really have a chance at anything to a team that could possibly win a championship. Like, it's great. Also, like this, we have spun out of control on this show. Can we go back to I think it was right there, Greg G's comment. I love it. I love this. CP3 just retweeted something about the shoes that he wore tonight. Might not mean anything, but it's something.
What did he say?
Did he use his right thumb to click retweet?
He definitely hit
If
retweet.
he didn't, I don't know. All right.
I love it. It's CP3 Gate 2022.
What?
Let's do it. I love it.
What did Chris
CP3
Paul
walk.
say?
What does it mean?
Oh, it's just
know
his
what it
Emerald 11
means.
PEs. That's what it was.
Brian in the chat says, no wonder Lindsay doesn't want to have kids. Espo and Saul are
Dude.
plenty.
Oh yeah, we're a handful.
Damn
I'll
straight.
tell you that much right now.
We don't clean up after ourselves either. So yeah, it's just a mess.
That's all I did in the third quarter was clean up.
No,
I literally took the trash out.
Well, so yeah, Aaron Holiday, great game, a huge contribution.
Do we have
or
that
huge
ready, by the way,
addition to
Shane?
this team.
Oh, okay.
Do we have what ready?
We had a surprise for you, but
Oh.
do we have my other surprise?
Reed Connors.
I know, I got you.
CP3 just unfollowed Book on Instagram.
Probably because
And deleted all the Sun stuff.
Oh, twist that knife a little bit more.
Oh my
thank
gosh,
you.
Lindsay's gonna kill
he
you.
probably unfollowed Devin because the whole Point Book thing resurfaced. He probably didn't really like that,
Yeah. I mean, if we're just going to start shit, CP3 is faking the injury so he can get out of Phoenix. All right?
Okay, but for real, Point Book tonight,
Not serious.
If you just tuned
Total
in.
lies.
just sarcasm.
Total
just jokes.
lies.
Point Book, Mikal Bridges, and Cam Johnson showed up big, though, in the clutch tonight, which was really cool to see because obviously Chris Paul is the leader of those moments, right? And more often than not, anyway. We know Devin is more than capable. But seeing Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson show up big time in the clutch was a fresh air?
A fresh of breath air.
A fresh of breath air.
It's All-Star break. Who the hell cares?
A
right?
breath of fresh air and just really encouraging too. Any thoughts?
Oh, I thought you were
Anything
gonna
to
keep.
add?
I thought you were gonna keep going.
No, feel free.
We're just going to sit here and be quiet the rest of the show. It's all
I'm
you,
reading the
Lindsay.
comments because they're so hilarious.
Right.
The chat is on fire right now. I love it. It's just, again, yes, it was great to see them all. Like I said it a minute ago about how it just looked like they just picked up where they left off, even though CP3 wasn't there. You saw the fourth quarter Suns the way they usually have been this season, minus CP3. A little bit of an addition. I like seeing Aaron Holiday in there with CP3 for stretches in this game, and then with Point Book. They even brought in Elfrid Payton for a hot minute with Aaron Holiday and Point Book, and then they took Elfrid
They went,
Payton
nah,
out.
this is good.
Never mind.
Yeah.
So
God, we're back to Point Book.
I don't know. People love saying Point Book. I don't know. I don't get it, but it is what it is.
Because everybody loves Point Break, that movie, so that's got to be why. Right?
Lindsay's tired.
Lindsay's of us.
Yeah. When's that ever changed?
What do you mean you don't get it?
Never.
What do you mean you don't get it?
The Point Book?
Yeah.
I don't get everybody's fascination with it.
Well, it was just, I think it was in the moment when it originally kind of happened. It was like, wait, is this really going to be a thing?
I know, but
is this going to work?
But you would have thought like when he was point book back in the day, when he was point book, like he was like dropping 20 assists or dropping like 40 points a game, like it was something to revere. Like, oh my God, we're getting it right now. But it wasn't.
If he had people around him who could
it was
knock
the
down
opposite of
shots,
that.
he probably would have.
I'm just saying, it wasn't anything to like.
Yeah, but you can't blame him for that.
Yes, you can blame him.
How is he supposed to control if his teammates can hit a shot or not?
Make them more open. Chris Paul helps people make shots.
What's up, OC?
Oh, come on. Do not give me that. Is that where we're going? Really? Really?
It wasn't just to you, it was to both of you.
Don't say me.
That's
I'm
where
out
we're
of this.
You
going.
were just
I'm
as
out of it.
guilty.
I'm out of
That's
this.
where we're going.
I just
huh?
don't get the point book thing. And then you asked why I didn't get the point book thing, and I was like,
I don't
what's,
get why you don't get it.
what's
Doesn't
there?
make
What's
sense.
there? What's there to glorify about it? I don't get it.
He sucked as a
also-
point guard.
Yes.
It also has a nice flow.
He's better now.
It just sounds
He's better
good.
now than he was
He
before.
sucked back then as a point guard.
Whatever.
Whatever.
And they have
That's where we're going, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Do it, Lindsay. Get him.
I'm not doing anything. I'm literally not doing a thing.
I
She
need to
doesn't
see.
even- she
I
doesn't
need.
even
I need.
have
I
it.
need
That's what
something.
it
I
is.
need something to happen right now. Go ahead. Give me it. Give me it. You know. Yeah. The
Which-
Espo. Give me
which
the
one?
Espo one.
What?
Let's go. Finish him.
Now you can tell why we were trying to provoke
That's
you.
what I
that
was
whole-
trying to hide from
that's
you all
why-
night.
And that's why we were trying to provoke you that entire
all
time.
night long. I have been doing things in this office like cleaning or taking out the trash. I literally walked in because I've been trying to keep this a secret from Lindsay all night long. And she's like, where'd you guys go? How come we weren't invited? Like she felt left out. And it started because I was secretly working on this. Major props to Emma and Shane for that graphic. It's beautiful. I love it.
That's why we were poking the whole time.
Yeah, I was like, come on,
I
do
never
it, Lindsay.
thought
Do
Book
it.
was a
Do it,
shitty
Lindsay.
point
Finish him.
You guys are such brats.
Saul looked at me and was like, "Do we have the other one?" And I was like, "Yeah, but you need to." And I like pointed out,
Yeah,
"You need
yeah.
to provoke her."
It's like, this is all a setup, folks. That's all it was. I just wanted to play that. That's it.
You guys are brats. Now
I
I know
needed to
better.
see
I'm never leaning into
Lindsay.
it again. Oh my gosh. I do like that animation though. I don't hate it. I kind of love it.
We have more.
Oh my gosh, my cheeks hurt now.
Lindsay, Vince says, Lindsay, you forgot to put flowers on his body after you.
Oh, man. Damn
When
it.
the head ripped off,
on.
flowers should be
The
dripping out
next
of it.
installment will have flowers. I
Oh
promise.
my gosh, that's
She
amazing.
just sprinkles flowers on him. That'd be so awesome.
Okay. All right, let's move. That was fantastic. I appreciate it. That was awesome.
We should probably explain for the audio only. It was a clip from
Fair, we should.
from Mortal Kombat with a finish him move. Lindsay's cartoon head was on it. I was the one that died.
You're the one that got
She
finished.
ripped Espo's head off
Yes.
and tossed his body.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
spine looks spectacular.
Yes.
All right, guys, it is time to take your shot, presented by Arizona Department of Health Services. COVID-19 vaccines are free for everyone 5 and older. Those 12 and older are also now eligible for a booster. Visit azhealth.gov for a location near you. Saul?
Yeah, so listen, in the fourth quarter, it was getting a little dicey. It was getting a little close. Mikal had scored a nice little leaning floater, if you will, or a one-handed shot. And then an air ball came to him the next possession. He saved the day, got the putback. That, to me, was kind of like, it didn't cement the game completely, but it made you feel a little bit better because then they had a 4-point lead. Mikal just kind of showing his growth. He had a couple opportunities in the fourth quarter that he needed to kind of really help the Suns out, and it really helped Devin Booker out scoring wise. He came through on those. Cam also came through a couple times, but Mikal was fantastic in the fourth quarter on the offensive side of the ball, and so that he took his shot. He made those shots, luckily for us, and so that's today's Take Your Shot.
And one more time, COVID-19 vaccines are free for everyone 5 and older. Those 12 and older are also now eligible for a booster. Visit azhealth.gov for a location near you. Is there anybody else you guys want to talk about from tonight's game?
Do you have any flowers to hand out? I don't feel like
No.
you've gotten to that point. Nobody?
Tonight's game wasn't that pretty.
Yeah.
I'll give flowers to DA.
Okay.
We didn't talk about DA. 23 points, I believe 9 rebounds. It was fairly quiet, but again, he just goes out there and he does the thing, right? And it doesn't have to be flashy or anything. He deserves his flowers tonight, and I'm disappointed you didn't give them to him.
Edward Todd in the chat said Mikal needs his own slasher movie. I like that.
DA does deserve some flowers. Like you said, it felt so quiet. You know what I mean?
He was off in stretches. Listen, this is probably the most inept 23-9 game you're ever going to see from a player. Like, there was points where you're like, okay, he helped and he did his job, and it looked fairly easy. And then there's other points where you're like, bro, come on, like, what is going on out here? It was all over the place, and he's had a couple of those games of late that we need big time DA, and I think everybody could use a break. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. They have played 58 games. Normally, you would think, usually in a season, it's less than 50 by the time you get to the All-Star break. For whatever reason, it's different now. They only got 24 when they come back from the All-Star break. That's not even
It's because they start in mid-October now. It started 2 weeks earlier than they used to start. You're usually starting around Halloween. Now they're starting middle of October, so you just wind up with more before that All-Star
Okay,
break.
also, to be fair, Vince said in the chat, the only reason DA was off in the first half was because the rim was bent.
I think all of the Suns' bricks are why the rim was bent after
No,
that
the
first
rim
half.
was bent before the bricks.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. But look, this was just an off night for a lot of people.
everybody. Yeah, it
I
wasn't
think this
weird.
break
It wasn't
is just going to be a really good opportunity for the guys to just get some rest, like recover physically, mentally, just kind of, be able to refresh and come back, hopefully strong.
I actually think also the All-Star game got pushed back a week.
Yeah,
With the Super Bowl being a week later now, the All-Star weekend got pushed back because it's always the weekend after, or usually the weekend after Super Bowl. So that's another reason as well.
Yeah.
Just thinking out loud. So
It just felt like a very long first part of the season, and I know these guys are itching to kind of take a break for a little bit, get away from things, and they probably did Cancun on 3 in the locker room after the game was over. Like, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go enjoy ourselves for a little bit. They deserve to.
Yeah.
Like, this next stretch of games is it. Like, this is what they've been working all season for. 24 games left, and then you got the big dog in the playoffs. You're going for that Larry O'Brien. You need 16 in the hopper to bring that thing home. Like, this is what they're ready for. So, and even that, it's just a lot of games early. So,
Well, and here's the thing too, is that even Monty addressed it pregame, and I'm sure that he would probably bring it up again postgame. No matter how much you love your job and whatever type of job you have, whether it's playing basketball or in an office or what we're doing here, you still need a break sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And you look forward to having vacations. And these guys are in need and ready for a break and a vacation.
I'm looking forward to a weekend without a basketball game. I'm not going to lie. Friday, Saturday, Sunday without having a Suns game will be a nice reprieve, and then we'll get back into it, and we're locked in for the playoffs.
Exactly.
And we're ready. It's just human nature,
I can't wait. I feel like I have worked every Saturday and Sunday for like the last 6 months. So it's going to be nice to not have to do anything.
Date night. I gotta have a date night. That'll be nice.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anything else from tonight's game before we move on to a few other topics?
No.
Okay.
It sucked.
Manuel hit us with the $2 super chat, and he asked Espo, who's the best team in the NBA?
The Phoenix Suns are the best team in the NBA, even though they almost lost to the Rockets.
All right, we are going to go ahead and talk about this really cool initiative that Coach Monty Williams and the Phoenix Suns have recently just announced. So it's a new hat that has been designed based on a Montyism from last season. The Montyism is well done is better than well said. And on the hat, it's basically a WD greater than WS. And the reason why this hat is so cool is because Monty requested that proceeds from every hat sold benefit organizations providing pediatric cancer support and research. So every hat sold will benefit organizations like Phoenix Children's Hospital, where apparently one of Monty's own children had to receive care throughout 2021. Now, I don't have all of the information on this story. Super unfortunate that their family had to go through that. Thankful that they are on the other side of it now, seemingly, and that they're using that to just kind of create this awareness and a fundraiser, some money to go towards researching and helping come up with better solutions there. This is a really cool thing.
Yeah, you can buy them online or at the team shop. I believe it's sonscharities.com that you can purchase them at. So proceeds go to a great cause. Again, we don't know exactly what Monty's family went through, but he talked about pregame how he wanted to get their blessing to do this because it opens up them a little bit and shares a little bit of their story. But it's a great cause. So, cancer sucks. I'll say that.
It does.
I've lost a few family members to it, and I can't imagine anybody who has a child going through that. So this is a cool way that you can help out a good cause.
Do you want to hear from Monty?
Yes.
Hear a little bit about what he had to say about this initiative?
Kind of cool seeing the hat that you've worn several times now being sold by the team, and you got a hat with Monty as a model.
I mean, cool. I don't know if I would ever use the word cool next to my name. I see it as a huge blessing and a way for me and my family to serve in a way that I never thought I'd be able to raise whatever finances we can to help with cancer research. It's important, and that's how I look at it. It took them forever to get me to do this just because it's out of my wheelhouse. I'd rather just write a check and go home, but I think the Bible says to whom much is given, much is required. I don't want to be in this position, finish coaching in a few years and go back to my dock in Texas and not do what I can to raise awareness. It raises $10, and it'll help a family. So that's where it goes past cool.
So that's, again, a really neat initiative that we can all kind of get behind. If you want more information, suns.com, and then you can also pick up the hat at the team shop, or I'm sure on their website as well. Mm-hmm. So check it out if you want to, but we got to support our coach Monty and the cool initiatives that he gets behind, because they're far and few in between. Like he said, this is not something that he typically tries to do. It's not in his nature to want to kind of create something, right? He wants to just quietly support something. Yeah. So this is really cool for him to kind of step outside of his comfort zone.
Yeah, he said it took some convincing.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, we do have a brief update for you. Gerald just tweeted out that they talked to Devin Booker after the game, and he said that they saw Chris Paul in the locker room and he's fine. So no need to worry.
Oh, look at that.
No need to worry.
Yeah. I know Devin Booker went to Kentucky for doctorate school, so let me wait for the MRI and not Devin Booker's eyes, all right?
Oh, my God.
Thank you very much.
Because he couldn't have, like, shook his hand or, dribbled a basketball in the locker room or anything like that.
Chris Paul's just sitting there dribbling a basketball in the locker room going, look, guys, I'm cool. Don't worry about that report from Chris B. Hayes. Come over here and high-five me.
But what if Book was like, you good? And Chris Paul's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, that's not good enough for you?
No, the MRI is
Oh,
good
my
enough.
God. Jesus.
Well, listen, all I'm trying to do is provide you more ammunition to be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
That was probably a very bad choice of words. I apologize.
Lindsay wants to shoot me so I can sleep tonight.
No,
Is what I heard.
No, that just
It's like
came
take
out
the horse
wrong.
out back and then put him
No,
back.
absolutely not. I meant like.
I'll put you to
Should
your.
we play it again?
I'll put you.
Just to finish
I'll
him,
put
I
you
mean.
to your eternal slumber.
Terrible.
All right?
This is so
Oh
terrible.
my god. I couldn't get enough of that. I can watch that all night long. Oh my
Lord have
goodness.
mercy.
It's like finish him.
I meant to be able to help you sleep better tonight.
Lindsay, he's already dead.
Chris, shots fired.
Oh my god.
Damn,
I was
Lindsay.
trying to help you get a good night's sleep, Espo, by calming your nerves and anxiety.
Man, well, damn, Lindsay wants Espo to sleep the big sleep.
Sleep with the fishes. Oh, Lindsay, I love you so much. You're awesome.
Dang it.
Are we ready for the newest subject or the newest segment on this
please,
program?
save me.
It's time for Sticks Fix. Check in on Sticks. Sticks Fix. Just for you guys, because we know how much you love Jalen Smith. We're checking in on him. The Indiana Pacers won 113-108 against the Washington Wizards tonight. And your man, Jalen Smith, had 23 minutes. Yeah, you thought I was going to say points. No, he played 23 minutes. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist on 4 of 6 shooting. And Saul, just for you, he played center.
Yeah.
So that's your
Well, he was-
Sticks Fix.
Are you gonna sing the whole song again, or
No, that was just
Okay.
that's the quick.
Was
stinger.
that requested?
No, we just
No, we just thought
decided
it'd
we
be
were gonna do
funny.
it.
We just thought it'd be funny.
How did this chat feel about it? Did they like the Sticks
Yeah.
update?
You guys want a Sticks Fix update every once in a while throughout the rest of the season? Brian does not. Brian said, how dare you bring up his name, crying emoji. But John said there's just a bunch of Sticks kids in here. So, I don't
You
know.
want
Sticks
another
kids
song?
ballin', Sticks baby.
Connor,
He did start the other night, too.
he did. He started tonight too.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Did you say that and I just didn't hear
No,
it?
I didn't.
Okay.
You'd think that would have been part of the Sticks Fix, but it was not. So.
Vince, besides giving up 50 points to Giannis yesterday and fouling out, he played pretty well.
Hey, but everybody wanted to play against Giannis in the finals. So
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. Yeah. Well,
All right, guys. That's basically all I have for you. If you'd like, we can continue talking about other things until Gerald gets here.
I heard that our producer may have something for us. Do you, sir?
I do, but this one doesn't have a song, unfortunately.
I can make a song up.
no,
on
no,
the
no, 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 no. We don't need a song.
Sticks Fix.
No, God.
Check it
So-
on Sticks.
So this happens frequently where we're like, "Where's Gerald?" So I decided that I'll bring a topic that the guys
Yes.
and Lindsay don't know about. So this is the producer surprise,
Surprise!
That's terrifying.
and today's producer surprise is a question that you guys can talk about.
Let's
Wait.
go. Let's
Okay.
go.
Wait. Hold on. I'm so
Okay.
sorry to
Did Chris
interrupt
Paul
you.
have the MRI? Oh God.
Look at this
Whoa!
super chat
Whoa!
from Patrick.
Oh,
Patrick.
it's not American dollars.
It doesn't
so
matter. That's still awesome.
What is it?
It's
What's the
it's
difference?
a dollar sign. I don't know what that is.
Whatever.
Australian?
Patrick said, thank you, PHNX Suns team, for bringing us such great company throughout this season so far. Enjoy All-Star break and just know that you're all appreciated. Suns games are even better with your pre and post games. Thumbs up emoji.
Patrick,
Thank you,
we love
Patrick.
you.
Thanks, Patrick.
I don't
Appreciate
care
you.
what currency that is. I
That's amazing.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
That's a lot of coin, no matter
That was
what it
very
is.
kind. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, Shane. I got really
It's okay.
excited.
If that
Please.
is Australian, then it's still 115 USD. So
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
That's so awesome. Thank you.
I like to imagine that Patrick accidentally typed a few extra nines on there and is frantically going to his bank going, how do I cancel this?
it is Australian.
It is Australian.
Wow.
That's a great amount. Patrick,
Thanks,
anything
Pat.
that you give us
oh,
to
no.
support the cause is much
Much
appreciated.
love. Much
Thank
love.
you,
on that.
Honestly, you
Thank
guys
Patrick.
showing up is very much appreciated. So,
All right.
anyway,
Producer surprise. Today's question on Producer Surprise is, if animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
Ooh.
If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
Hippos seem like assholes, so I'm gonna go with
They're
hippos.
so cute, though.
Hippos are cute. Have you ever
They're
seen a hippo
so
up close?
cute.
Or a rhino. Like they're all just like, oh no. Hippos and rhinos seem like they'd be assholes.
Oh man, I don't know. Oh, emus.
What's
Emus.
that?
Have you not seen the emu?
Emus are
The
assholes.
lemur
Or an
emu.
ostrich.
Yeah.
Yeah, emus for sure. Be like, and then they just say some stupid shit and they come peck you away.
Manuel chose violence. He said cats.
Cats are sweet baby angels. Y'all get out of the mentions with this. Cats.
I'm not going to start a fight tonight,
Don't
so I'm
start
not
a
going to
fight.
say anything about cats
Don't start a fight.
because I don't want to play my video.
I feel like I want to pick a kangaroo.
Kangaroos.
Kangaroos can be assholes, but I feel like they wouldn't be rude. They just beat the crap out of you. Like,
I mean,
But
they
I
would
feel
just.
like they would beat you up and then say something really hurtful on the way out.
Well,
and
yeah,
you would just be like, damn.
So like emus would just like they'd be like Kevin Hart. They would just talk shit to you the whole time, right? Nah, right? But a kangaroo would just like straight kick you in the chest, and when you're down on the ground, they'd be like, "Bitch," and then walk away. You're like, "Damn, man!"
your
Like,
baby doesn't like you. It likes my pouch, and then it walks off. Like,
It would
is
be
that
like-
like just a real rude.
why is it sassy, kangaroo? Why'd you do this?
I don't know.
He said,
I
"Oh,
feel
and
like
then we're
that's
gonna do
extra
this."
rude when you got the sass with it, right?
I love Espo's mannerisms for certain things in his head that he thinks are coming true. He's just like,
Can you see that kangaroo just like, I just kicked your ass.
Okay, Tashi said
Are you high
koalas.
right now?
No, I'm just, I suffered through that basketball game. I'm gonna have some fun here. All right.
Okay, Tashi said koalas, and I feel like koalas low key are like vicious.
Sweet.
No,
They're so
They
sweet.
look sweet, but I
Pandas
don't
are
think they
sweet.
are.
Hey,
Pandas are sweet.
I'm glad Ro was asleep because you would have just broken her heart with
I'm
that.
sorry. Well, you should probably teach her to at least not go up and touch one if she ever
Hell
finds
no.
one in the wild, so it doesn't scratch her
So
face.
geese are also awful.
Yeah.
So in Denver, we just learned this the other day. In Denver, they literally have a program where they kill the geese and feed the homeless with the goose meat.
So see, hold on a second. To me, that just makes the humans seem like the asshole, not the geese.
But there's so many of them. That's what the program's
so
for,
that
is
makes-
to eliminate half of
That,
them.
that makes them rude for having that just means they like to do it. And that doesn't mean because there's a bunch of geese. It doesn't mean they're rude.
Your wife just yelled at you on the bed in the
Of
chat, by the
course,
way.
Sure.
Why? What
No.
happened?
She said,
She
watch
yelled
it
at-
on the koala.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
she
she's
yelled
yelling
at
at you.
No.
She yelled at you. Watch the koala.
We need a graphic for Espo's wife to finish Lindsay.
Look at on the girth he's setting up right now.
Listen, I think koalas are adorable, but they're vicious.
Lindsay now wants to kill koalas and feed them to homeless
No,
people.
I didn't say
You heard that here first.
God, you're the worst.
I want to know who was the first person that thought, let's kill these geese and feed them to people.
Well, I would probably say if you've never seen how many geese are in the Denver area, you really have no room to talk because they are everywhere. It's awful. It is awful. And they poop everywhere.
There's pigeons everywhere here too. I'm not killing them and feeding them to
But it's
people.
easier to catch a goose than it is to catch a pigeon.
Do you know what some of my favorite videos ever on the internet are, though?
Oh, man. If you're going
When,
to say something
like,
screwed up.
No, like when roosters chase kids.
What the?
It is so funny.
I hear roosters are cocks, so I mean I get it.
Dear Lord.
Dad joke.
No, you've never seen these. Shane gets it. Shane gets it. If you're not on
Any-
TikTok, then you've missed out on some of these videos. It is so funny.
I have better things in my life to do than watch roosters chase children.
Literally any bird chasing a child.
Birds
is so
chasing
funny.
children are so funny.
Yeah.
So I feel like birds in general are the rudest animals out there.
Oh, hey. It's about time there, sunshine.
Let's bring in Gerald. Gerald's here, guys.
It's
Hey.
time for the girth. We need a girth theme song.
Gerald, can we settle something?
Sure.
There's a rumor out here that maybe you're not a big fan of the girth moniker. Are you offended by it, or is it okay for us to keep it going? I think we all want to know.
I'm not offended by it. It's okay.
Let him finish.
Yeah, I'm not offended by it. I've already accepted that this is just my fate in this venture, so we're just going to keep rolling with it.
And that's
That
why
means
you're
he
my
doesn't love it.
He embraces the girth.
That's why you're my favorite person
Yes,
here, Gerald.
yes. Listen,
Because you'll do anything for us.
anytime the chat anoints you something, that means you have officially arrived.
Exactly.
Because it wasn't one of us. I have no idea. I came back from Alabama and I was like,
No,
why the fuck are they
honestly,
calling him girth?
I don't think any
no
of us
idea.
remember.
I was here the
I
whole
do.
time. I have no clue how it started.
I do. I think Monty used that word, and I quoted him on it, and I was uncomfortable quoting him on it, and so then everybody jumped on it.
So guess what? Gerald is a Montyism.
Yes! Gerald is a Montyism. There we go, son. Yes. And listen, Bran in the chat said this show has been the equivalent of the Rockets Suns game tonight. That's how he has felt.
Can we go back to Chris's comment as well? She said that here it is. Every show we hit a point where I'm like, quote, if you're new here, we can explain.
Gerald, real quick, an update on Chris Paul.
Yeah, so we asked Monty. He told us there was no update, which is kind of an update in and of itself because in the past we've asked him about minor bang-up injuries, and he's always said a guy is fine if a guy's fine. So when he usually goes to the no update route, that's, Campaign has a wrist injury or, Jay Crowder has a wrist injury. So it's something for Chris Paul. We don't know the extent of it yet. Chris Haynes reported he's going to get that MRI tomorrow. We asked Book and Mikal if they got a chance to talk to him. Book said that he seemed fine in the locker room. He kind of downplayed it. He said he didn't think it was something that would hold him out of the All-Star game. So Book was a lot more optimistic. Mikal came at it from a more worrisome point of view. He was saying like, yeah, man, it's tough. Like I was telling him I'm going to be praying for him and hope it's all right because you hate to see something like that happen the last game before the All-Star break. So kind of differing points of view on how concerned we need to be about this. We're going to find out more tomorrow, but not exactly the stress-free All-Star weekend that we were kind of hoping for with the Suns being so far ahead of everyone in the standings.
Are we sure that Mikal wasn't saying that because he thinks if it is where Chris can't play in the All-Star game, Chris is going to try to get him in the All-Star game? So it's like, I'm praying for you, man. I hope this MRI
I really
is
hope
clean.
this works out,
Well,
man.
maybe you
I
should
really do.
rest, buddy. I mean, a whole extra few days would probably be good for you. I can get to Cleveland pretty easily. Like, is that where we think Mikal was coming from?
Sure, let's go with that. It's
Gerald's
much
ready
lighter
for
on the
All-Star
heart.
break as well.
We did ask him about, because Chris Paul had said the other night that he feels Mikal Bridges should be an All-Star. He's an All-Star in his eyes. So we did ask him about that, and he said it meant a lot to him. But I do think he might be genuinely concerned. And Chris and Mikal are close. Chris has said that he views Mikal like a son. So this is kind of one of those things where I feel like their relationship might be a little bit different than Books and CP3, where he's like, he'll be fine. Like, throw some eyes on it. We know Chris, he'll be back. But I guess we'll just see the extent of it soon.
Aaron Holiday tonight. He was our king of the game tonight. We felt like he provided a nice little kick of energy especially in that third quarter or fourth quarter when they needed it most. What did you think overall of how he's adjusting to the system, how he's adjusting to this team and contributing, especially in Elfrid Payton-less minutes?
Yeah, I think that was the biggest thing. You look at the minute totals. Obviously, Aaron Holiday played 20 off the bench. Elf was only at, I think, 3 or 4 minutes. So that second stint, it only took one more stint. That first stint, they kind of played together. Second stint, he was taking over Elf's minutes. And that was with Chris Paul out. So kind of notable. The Suns did go with the point book lineup, and it went well. But Holiday has just come in, and he's just fit right in with what they're doing. Everybody on the team has been heaping on the praise about how he's just not afraid, how he's a tough defender, how he can distribute for others, how he can get into the paint with some of those drives. He had that really nice layup where he got by, I think it was Eric Gordon. He's just not afraid to take shots, and that's kind of the biggest thing that helps you overcome when you're learning a new system and new terminology with a different set of teammates. I think he was kind of chomping at the bit for an opportunity to play for a winning team after kind of wasting away on the Wizards so far this season. So he's really proving himself, and I feel like if this continues, and based on what we've seen tonight, we could see him taking over minutes for Elf, for Landry Shamet. It just depends on how that rotation shakes out, and also, of course, on what becomes of Chris Paul's hand injury.
Do you feel that tonight was just kind of one of those nights where they were focused on, hey, we're getting some time off? They kind of overlooked Houston a bit just because of the situation, especially on the back-to-back?
I think so, and I think just the first half, my God, that took like an hour and a half because of all the fucking fouls.
Yeah.
Like the first quarter was 45 minutes alone. We had, 43 free throws at halftime? It was just really disjointed in that first half, and I felt like that favored Houston a little bit as far as just preventing the Suns, a team that likes to play itself into a rhythm with consecutive stops, getting out in transition. I feel like that kind of played into the Rockets' hands, especially because they were switching everything and they were going small every now and then. We could talk about how the Suns just didn't bring their best. Devin Booker didn't shoot well. DA was kind of out of it, and it felt like he got outplayed by Sengun in a couple of junctures of the game. But it's the last game before the All-Star break. This team is 48-10, and they have a bigger concern as far as Chris Paul's injury. So, hopefully a week off is good for him, and the results of that MRI tomorrow are favorable for a team that's right now head and shoulders above everybody else in the NBA.
You have anything, or are you good? Well, before we let you go, Gerald, we do have one thing that, I'm glad that you're not offended by the girth thing, because I was like, you know what? We need to have a nice little graphic for Gerald when he comes onto the show. So we created this. We want to see what you think about it. Yeah. Go ahead.
If you're not offended by the girth.
You had an out earlier, Gerald.
Now's the time to be offended.
So this is my fault, is what you're saying.
We're trying to get it uploaded. Here it comes. How about this sexy montage right here?
I love what you said. Find a sexy fireplace and a rug. And we got him in grandma's living room.
What? First of all, I wanted a sexy fireplace behind. This is the first time I've seen this graphic. I wanted a sexy fireplace behind you. And what do we have? We have grandma's living room right behind you. It looks like we're in the Brady Bunch house. I don't know what happened here. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board on this. I am so sorry.
We've got Gerald taking a nap during All-Star break. Like, how did that
What was
happen?
that in front of him? Was that a pyramid in front of him?
It was a blanket.
It was a blanket? Oh, no. What is this is terrible.
Let's look at this again.
Listen.
What in the...
Listen, Emma,
we were going for Hey Girl, and now...
Emma, the intern, did a great job with all the Mortal Kombat graphics, and Gerald, you didn't get a chance to see that. You need to go back and watch it. And then Ben, the intern, completely F's this up.
Hey,
what are we going to do?
I'm going to take some bullets here. He needed help. I sprinted in there, and I made that in 30 seconds. So give me a day.
It looks like...
All right. Okay.
Give me a day. I will come out with the best graphic.
We're going to work on this, Gerald. We're going to have a proper intro for you, because the flat girthers really want it.
We were looking for Hey Girl, and we got, what the hell is that?
That's definitely a Tinder date gone wrong. I promise you that.
You want to come back to Grandma's house and cuddle under the blanket?
That is so funny.
Vince, that is exactly what I did.
That fireplace ain't warm as shit in that house. I'm sorry.
Edward said, Gerald, those are your Christmas cards for next year.
Season's greetings.
Thanks, Gerald. We appreciate you, bud.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Absolutely. You guys have a good one.
We need to throw this out to the chat. Do you want to be the Cove Crazies, or do you want to be the Flat Girthers?
I love Flat Girthers.
What are we going with?
We haven't seen Kaminsky basically all season since the first month. I am all about Flat Girthers.
Are we, tell us in the chat, Maybe we'll throw up a poll on Twitter. Also, if this sways your vote at all, Lindsay has refused to say flat girthers, so we can have fun. We can have just like really fun with that as well if you want. So
I mean, it's just so ridiculous.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to acknowledge.
You've worked here how long?
What
now?
about this
5
show
months?
is not ridiculous?
This
That's
whole
like
thing
a
is
whole-
ridiculous. We are paid to do this. Is ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous.
Well,
I think
what did
flat-
I say earlier? I couldn't even say flat girthers. What did I say?
I don't know.
She said she wouldn't say it, but she said it, chat. Here we are.
Girders? Did I say
Lori,
girders?
the girth poll? Yes, we'll have a girth poll on Twitter.
Shout out to Brian for the $10 super chat.
Yeah.
Homage from the family of Book. We love the show, and no, my cousin doesn't have a doctorate.
Hold on.
Thank you so much.
If you are really the cousin of Devin Booker, tell Book we said hi, and then he should stop by the show.
Hola.
He's got like 7 days. We got time. Anytime he wants to come on. So
Yeah, anytime.
just tell him I'm the
Birthers.
dude that he threw the alley oop to the first time he put on a Suns uniform. So he'll know who I am.
All right, guys. I'm pooped out. Y'all ready to go home?
We got any more producer topics?
No, we're good. We're done
We're
with that.
good? All right.
I'm tired. It is ready. It is. I am
Lindsay's ready for
bed,
All-Star.
And it is.
Whoa! We got the first F-bomb from Lindsay! Yes! We've done it, everybody!
Yeah. They said it couldn't be done. Ladies
we
and gentlemen,
did it.
we did it.
Did anybody even hear it though?
Oh, they heard it.
They heard it.
They heard
Did
it.
it,
It
though?
was on a live
Watch the
mic.
chat.
I
Watch the
don't
chat
know
just
if
blow
you
up
can
right
hear it,
now.
though. I whisper on this
Also-
mic all the time, and you can't hear it.
Also,
Let's
real
go.
quick, before we forget, the Warriors and the Grizzlies both lost tonight, and they lost at home. And so we are now 6.5 games ahead of the Warriors, and that magic number just dropped to 20.
All right, we need to go home.
I think we have broken Lindsay in every possible way.
I never thought it was
Dang
going to
it.
happen. I did not think it was ever going to happen.
Man, well, we heard that shit, Lindsay.
I literally just said the same thing 3 times in a row, and it just wouldn't change. Okay, tomorrow we're going to have an audio-only episode for you guys, and then we'll be back on Friday with a live show, so
My new
plan
ringtone.
accordingly. Until then, you can follow me on Twitter at LindsaySmithAZ. You can follow Saul at Saul_Bookman, and you can follow Espo at Espo. Espo, take us home.
If Lindsay can say fuck on this show, anything is possible! Ahoy hoy.